Hi everyone, my name's Michelle and this is my channel Sewing Bunny, and my video today is sharing with you my experience of the Crafty So-and-So Dressmakers Ball. So I went to the ball not last weekend, the weekend before, so apologies that the video is a little bit late. I just had to try and record this little sort of intro and everything for it, and obviously edit everything together. So I do appreciate that this video is quite long. I think it's possibly going to be around about an hour. So what I have done is in the description box down below, if you are only interested in looking at certain aspects of the video, then you can click in the description box and you can click on a timestamp and it will just take you to that section. But if you do want to have a look at all the video, then that would be absolutely lovely, so you can see the whole Dressmakers Ball experience. So to start off with, the first part of the video is all going to be, and it's probably the most chunkiest bit of the video, it's all about my actual dress. So the dress that I made for the Dressmakers Ball was the Vogue V9252. I'll insert an image here. And let me just grab the dress now to show you very, very quickly. So here is the dress. The fabric that I made it from is a ponte, and it's got this sort of jacquard sort of print with roses on, and it is very sparkly. I think you could probably just about sort of see, just about see the sparkles there. And I love this dress. So if you want to see how I got on with this dress, then that's going to be the first part of the video. So it's going to be from me making the toile, how I'm picking my size, any adjustments that I made, because I did have to make a few adjustments with the dress. And then the second part of the video is when I actually went up to Leicester, where the Dressmakers Ball was being held, and just about what Katie, my friend, and I got up to when we were in Leicester. We did a little bit of fabric shopping because we did have to go up a little bit earlier than expected, just because of some train strikes. And I do give you a little mini fabric haul as well. So I've popped that in there as well. And then the last part of the video is going to be the actual ball. So I didn't get that much footage, but I did get some. So you can see me twirling in my dress. I also have a bit about me doing the little sort of catwalk. The people that won the awards as well. I've got a little bit of footage of that, and just some general sort of images there. So yeah, hopefully it means you get a bit of a feel of how the ball was. And then the very, very last bit is just me again, just giving you a little sort of roundup of a few bits and bobs just about the ball. So I will now insert that first section, which is all about how I made the dress, and obviously it'll just lead on until the end of the ball. So I will speak to you in a little bit. Hi everyone, so I am starting my toile for my Dressmakers Ball dress. I've probably told you already in previous videos that I'm making this one. This is the Vogue 9252. I've had this pattern in my stash for absolutely ages and ages and ages. I got it when I first started sewing because it was a pretty dress and I thought, oh, it says very easy Vogue, so it must be really easy. And then I just didn't make it, and now I've decided to make it. Now this pattern envelope comes in two different size brackets. It comes in a 6 to 14 and a 14 to 22. Now, as I mentioned, I got this when I first started sewing, so I thought that these sizes were like UK dress sizes. Normally in ready to wear I'm kind of like a 12 to 14, so I thought this one would be okay. But since making big four patterns, I'm anywhere between a 12 and an 18, so you know, goodness knows. So I'm hoping this pattern envelope may be okay, but I am doing a toile for a few reasons. First off, to make sure that I can get it out of this size. If I can't, then I'm going to have to buy the other size bracket. And also because I'm making it in a stretch fabric, I want to see whether I can get away with you know, not doing a zip and also just, you know, stretch fabric in general. I want to make sure it fits around the arms and the hips and everything. So I'm going to see if I can make it from this one. So on the pattern envelope, you see there are two models. It's exactly the same dress. The only difference is that you've got one with a contrast bodice to the skirt and one where the fabric is just all in the dress. They are the same dress. So I am, my fabric, I'm just going to be doing in one fabric. So yeah, I don't need to necessarily look at different views as such. It's just that version A is the different colour bodice to skirt, and version B is the one fabric. Okay, so sizing. I am a 36 bust, I'm a 30 waist, and I'm a 41 hip. Now, if I look on the back up here, I should be anywhere between a 14 and, yeah, sort of 16 to 18. So my 36 bust puts me in a size 14, and my waist is 30, which puts me in a size 16. My hip is 41, but the hip for the size 16 is 40, but for the size 18 is 42. Now, one thing I do have in my favour with this pattern is it's quite a flowy skirt. So I don't think the hip measurement is going to be too much of an issue. Also, I'm making it in a stretch fabric. So I'm thinking if I can try making this out of the size 14, which is the largest that this pattern envelope in particular goes up to, then I'm just gonna have to give it a go. Now, it doesn't give finished garment measurements on the back, but from my experience, then you can sometimes get the finished garment measurements on the pattern pieces. So I'm going to have a look and just see whether they are on there. Okay, so I have got my pattern pieces out of the envelope, and I have found the pattern piece which does tell me what the finished garment measurements are. Now, I forgot to say, this pattern has cup sizes. So it has an A cup, B cup, C cup and D cup, which is brilliant. I am a Dressmakers B cup because I have a 2-inch difference between my high bust and my main bust. So it kind of works as well, as far as I'm aware. If you've got a 1-inch difference, you're an A cup, 2-inch difference B cup, 3-inch C cup, 4-inch D cup. So I've got a 2-inch difference. I'm a 34 on the high bust and a 36 on the main bust. So I found the B cup pattern piece. I think I might be okay because the size 14 on the pattern envelope was for a 36-inch bust. And when I've looked at the finished garment measurement, it says 38. So that gives me 2 inches worth of ease. So I think that will be absolutely fine for me. It may be a little bit big if I'm using a stretch fabric, but we'll see how we go on that. But the waist, it does say a finished garment measurement for the size 14 as a 30-inch. And that is because on the pattern envelope, a waist for a size 14 is 28. I'm a 30-inch waist, so that means it's going to be skin tight. So I don't particularly want that, but I don't want to then have to buy another pattern envelope to then do my grading, because, you know, these patterns, they're not the cheapest of patterns. I don't really want to buy one for the sake of buying it. I'm going to see whether I can do my own Michelle version of grading, which is basically doing it a little bit trial and error. So what I'm going to do is, when I am tracing the pattern out, because I do like to trace my patterns, is when I'm getting to the waist area. So once I've gone past the bust, which I know is going to be fine, as I'm sort of drawing down towards the waist, I'm going to be a bit generous with the lines that I draw. So I'm not going to instantly just go, right, I'm just going to do, you know, like a 1-inch difference. I'm not going to do that because there's a few different pattern pieces. I'm just going to try and maybe do a little bit either side, and then maybe when I'm sewing it up, do maybe a slightly scant, you know, sort of seam allowance. I will have to bear in mind that whatever I do for the bodice, I'm going to have to match up to the skirt, because if I make it bigger on the bodice, as soon as I attach the skirt, it's then going to be, you know, not fitting right. So I'm just going to have to be a little bit careful of how I do that. It is much easier when you have one pattern which has all the lines on. You can easily grade between the two, but I can't do that unless I buy another pattern. So I'm just going to do a little bit of trial and error. That's the reason I'm doing the toile. So yes, I'm going to trace out a size 14, be a little bit generous with my lines going over to the waist and where the skirt starts. And yeah, go from there, because the skirt piece, if I can just find that, I'll tell you what that finished garment measurement is. Nope, I thought there was finished garment measurements on the skirt pieces, but there's not. So what I'm going to do is, as I mentioned, because I'm going to be bringing the bodice by the waist out a little bit, the skirt, obviously I need to adjust that as well. Just because I don't know what the finished garment measurement for my hip will be, I'll just carry on that line maybe for a little bit longer than I would normally, just to make sure that I've got enough room over my hips. I'm sure it will be absolutely fine because of the way that the pattern is. It's not tight across the hips. I'll sure have plenty of room there, but I just want to, you know, be on the safe side. As I keep saying, that's why I'm doing a toile. So yeah, I'm going to do the size 14 and go from there. Okay, so I think I've worked out what I'm going to do on my Michelle grading. So the finished waist is 30 inches, which is what I am. So I need to get a little bit more around the waist. So what I've thought of is if I add half a centimetre, sorry, inches and centimetres mix up. It's just that when I'm dealing with small measurements, it's easier in centimetres. So if I do half a centimetre on every single piece of the pattern, I should have 4 centimetres of ease, which is around about 1.5 inches, which I think would be great. So what I've done is on the bodice pieces, because there's 4 bodice pieces and 4 skirt pieces, which makes it very, very handy, is you can see the dark line is the original pattern, and then this sort of pencil line is how I've graded out. So this is like half a centimetre, so I'll just cut it along here. So that means, because it's half a centimetre, then that means that one pattern piece will be 1 centimetre bigger. Does that kind of make sense? And then with the skirt, all the skirt pieces are straight lines, so it does mean that I have to extend the skirt in like entirety of like 4 centimetres, but I think that's absolutely fine. So the skirt piece, because this is a straight line, because they're all straight lines, that yeah, I do have to actually do it the whole way down. So again, the black line is the original, and then the pencil line, this is my half centimetre. Again, 2 of those equals 1 centimetre. I hope that that is right. By the time you see this, I would have already have cut it out and everything like that, and gone to the Dressmakers Ball. But I'm hoping that sort of logic sort of works if you're doing anything like that with your pattern. So I'm going to get cutting out now, cut out my fabric and everything, get sewing it up, and yeah, let's see how it goes. Okay, so I've constructed my toile of the bodice. I've just chucked it on with some leggings, and I've got a little white vest top underneath. And yeah, I do think it needs some adjusting. I don't think it's quite right, mainly because my princess seams are a bit out. I think this section at the front, I think needs to come in a little bit. So almost like if I was to sort of pinch the middle to bring that in, I think that would be a better fit on the princess seams. I mean, other than that, you know, I'm quite happy with how it fits everywhere else. But I think bringing in maybe just that front piece a little bit will just then bring everything else into alignment. I mean, with the adjustment to, you know, make a little bit more room for my waist, I think, you know, I've still got quite a bit of room to play with. So I think I will just take out a section of this front piece, because as I say, I'm quite happy with the rest of it. It's just this front piece is just too big, whereas everything else sort of feels like if that was just a bit smaller, that everything else would sort of fit in a little bit better. Now, one thing you probably will notice is the cut of this dress. So obviously I'm wearing it with a vest top and a strapped bra. When I wear it, when obviously I go to the ball, then I'll be wearing a strapless bra because of just the design of the top. But one thing I think I might do is I might still just bring it up a little bit here, because as I say, I'm wearing a vest top and my bra, but my actual bra is sort of here, so it's still, I think, going to show a little bit of bra on the ends. So I do think I'm going to adjust it so that I bring it out just a little bit more. From this point here, I'm going to draw a line down here and then stop there and continue on, because you see it fits really nicely from the back there. So I'm just going to do that with my pattern. I'm going to lie this out flat with my pattern pieces and get my tracing paper and draw that sort of extra chunk on the top of these pattern pieces. Now, as I said, the centre front, I think I just need to bring in a little bit. So as my little check, what I'm going to do is I'm just literally going to sew straight down the middle of this toile top and see if that actually helps with the rest of the fit of the bodice. If it does, then what I will do is on my pattern piece is I will just simply bring this line at the bottom here up however much I've done my seam allowance. I'm not sure if that's technically the right way to do it, but that's just how in my mind I think I could resolve this issue without having to go back to the pattern, you know, do different sizes for different elements of, you know, of the bodice. I think that might help, and in which case then if I do take that out, then I have to remember to do the same for the front skirt piece as well, because obviously that will sit here, and I'll need to take that section out as well so that it does fit across this bottom bit. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. That's what I'm going to have a go at doing anyway. Also to note, this bodice is actually lined as well, so there will be a jersey or a viscose jersey. I haven't quite decided which one I'm going to use yet for my finished one, so it will give a little bit more structure, I guess, to the bodice. Also, I do have to remember that I'm wearing the bodice now, but when I attach the skirt, that's also going to create more weight going down, so it could pull obviously the bodice a little bit more taut as well, which, you know, if I pull that taut, it doesn't look as bad really, but it's still, this princess seam doesn't line up anywhere near my apex at all, and it just needs to, say, just shift over just ever so slightly just to be in the right position. So I'll give that a go and I'll let you know my progress. Okay, so more adjustments made. So I've done a centimetre seam allowance down the front, and I've also taken the side seams in by a centimetre on either side as well. And I think that is a much better fit, I think, overall. I mean, yes, I've got a little bit here, but as I say, when the skirt is on and sort of it creates a bit more tautness in the bodice, I think that that is going to be a good fit. Don't know about what you think. So yeah, I will obviously, like I said, build up this piece on the pattern. Yeah, the waist is absolutely fine. To be honest, I probably could have just cut you know, a size smaller. I could have gone for, I know I cut out the size 12, sorry, I cut out the size 14. I could have just cut out the size 12, but I don't want to have to recut another toile in the size 12. I know that these adjustments will be okay. So on my final one, I'll know to obviously make that adjustment by doing the pattern piece, by shortening this by the centimetre, and then doing the side seams in another centimetre. So I just need to make sure that I adjust my skirt pieces to the same measurements as the bodice. But yeah, I'm really happy with how it's coming along. So I'll do a few more adjustments, tweaks, add on the skirt as well to this toile, just to make sure that I've got all my measurements correctly lined up. And yeah, I'll let you know how I get on. Okay, so I have made a few more adjustments and also added the skirt onto the bodice. I'll stand up on my little stool here so you can hopefully see a little bit better. So first off, I've put the skirt on wrong on the bodice. So this is the front part of the skirt, which is meant to be over here. And I completely mislined it up. I was wondering why it was maybe a bit of a strange, like not fitting 100%. So I'm not going to unpick it because it's the toile. I really can't be bothered. But I just wanted to kind of feel how the skirt was with the bodice, because the skirt is absolutely lovely. No problems with the skirt. I just want to make sure that the bodice is okay. So I've made the adjustments on the pattern to raise this section a little bit more. Now I'm wearing the bra that most likely I would wear for the Dressmakers Ball, and as you can see it only just peeks out, and that is because on the side seams, once I'd put the bodice and the skirt together, it was still gaping quite a lot at the side seams, but I didn't want to lose any width around the waist because I find that that is just about right for me. So what I did is I just from about here started to take it in. Well, I started obviously at the top, about 1 centimetre in extra seam allowance, and then slowly went down and yet kind of came back to the normal line around about here. And I think that has worked really well. I find that the bodice is fitting a lot better now. And yeah, I have, as I said, extended this piece because you have to remember I've got a lining that needs to go in. So actually this will, you know, if you imagine 1 centimetre less, it's still going to show that bit of bra. So I'm definitely going to keep that extra bit that I've put on the pattern. Also around the back, so at the back you're meant to insert a zip into the pattern, but I haven't. I have just simply sewn up the back. It's been absolutely fine. I can get it over my head, no problem, without stretching the dress at any point. It's really comfortable to take it on and off over my head. The only thing I probably will do is in my actual dress is the straps. I probably will interface the straps, even though it is quite thick and sturdy fabric. I am thinking the whole weight of the dress, I think these straps have got a lot to you know, hold, and I do think that they shouldn't be stretchy in any way, and of course they are a little bit stretchy still, and I don't want to end up stretching the dress down, so I definitely will interface those straps. Yeah, so that is my plan. I'm really happy with it. I'm definitely as a toile dress. It's not a wearable toile because when I was cutting out the fabric, there's a few bits of the skirt which I couldn't quite cut enough fabric out of. I did have 3 meters of this, and I did have 3 meters of my blue fabric, but I have actually bought more of that fabric because I think I just need to make sure that it all fits on really comfortably. Okay, so I will now get cracking onto my real dress. So I have sewn up the first part of the bodice with my actual Dressmakers Ball fabric, done the adjustments that I did with my toile, but I did build up a little bit more. So I'm wearing a normal bra with this, but I have built up a little bit more around the edges. So I think that'll be all right. You can sort of just about see a little bit of my bra there, but because I'll be wearing a strapless bra, I think this should be okay. I mean, I maybe could have built it up a little bit higher, but we'll see how we go. I think when I attach the lining, I'll just use a small seam allowance. So hopefully it will still look like this. But yeah, maybe I should have built it up maybe a tiny bit more, but we will see how it goes. That's all the fun of it all. I'll just stand on my little box so you can kind of see the general fit of it. I've pinned the straps in place. I've also pinned the back because even though in my toile I sewed it all the way up, I wanted to make sure before I sewed it up that I 100% didn't need a zip, which I don't think I do. I still, even with all my adjustments, had no issue at all getting over my head, like barely stretching it at all. So with the lining as well, I think it'd be okay. Oh yes, the lining, in case you're wondering, I am using actually a Ponte, but this is a really lightweight Ponte. This is, if you can cast your mind back, if you've been watching my channel, I made the Friday Pattern Company Joni jumpsuit using this lovely Ponte. It's so soft. I got this from Satisfaction. So incredibly soft. And yeah, it's not too thick. So it's like a really dark sort of inky navy blue. So that's going to go on the inside. And this actually has loads and loads of stretch in it. So I think they'll be fine under here. Right, let me stand on my box. So you can see there the fit underneath the arms, the fit around the bust, I think is a lot better there. And yeah, around the back. So I'm thinking I have got the fit right on this. The princess seams seem a lot better in that you can almost see that they line up exactly with my bra straps, which to me then means they are in the right place, because they don't go over like the apex or anything. They're just meant to kind of curve around, which I think I've got. So now I'm going to sew up the lining pieces and then do my skirt, and yeah, fingers crossed it goes well. Wish me luck. Okay, so I'm more or less finished with my dress. I just have the hemming to go. So I thought I would share how I've got on with everything. Apologies, my hair is just literally shoved up. I've got no makeup on, so I just wanted to share how I got on with the dress. So I've inserted the straps and everything, attached the skirt. I've put the lining on the bodice. I've kind of secured that in place as well now. And you know what, overall, I am really pleased with this dress. Yes, there are a couple of little bits that I kind of wish I'd tweaked maybe a little bit more. But overall, I'm happy with it. I think I'm going to really enjoy wearing it to the ball. So yeah, I'll just share with you a few things that I absolutely love. I'm so happy with the arm cut out. You know what I mean, because I built it up a little bit at the sides. So you can see that I'm wearing a normal bra with the dress. I will be wearing a strapless bra when I go to the ball, but I just kind of wanted to show you that I'm so pleased with the placement. You can see that there's going to be no issue with any sort of cup showing, and I think it's really nice how it cuts up high enough to cover, but it still has this really nice sort of, you know, arm showy offy thing. I don't really know what I'm saying, but I'm hoping you understand what I mean. So I really like that. I'm really happy with the length of the dress as well. I mean, once I hem it, it will be a little bit shorter. I'm just going to do, I'm going to do a double fold, because I'm thinking if I do a double fold, it might give the hem a little bit more sort of rigidity, in which case it might help with the overall sort of flowiness of it, because the fabric is quite not heavyweight, but it is a little bit heavier than probably it's designed for, so it might give a bit more of a, you know, kind of sculpted look, I guess. And yeah, I am really pleased with it. A couple of things which I kind of wish I had tweaked just ever so slightly, and to be honest, I don't think I really would have known about it until I'd kind of sewn most of it up, is the back neck does poke out a little bit, but not enough to actually have to worry about it. I think I should have probably just have brought that seam allowance in a little bit more at the top. You can see probably there it does gape a little bit, but you know, it's nothing that I'm really worried about. I think, you know, you get lots of ready to wear that does that, and it's okay if I bring my shoulders forward. It's just if I bring them back at all that it does kind of gape a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. The other thing is I probably should have just sized down everywhere on this dress, because I was worried about my waist, because I needed to bring the pattern out, and even with bringing you know, the centerpiece in, bringing the side bits in, it is actually still quite large around the waist, so I should have probably just sized down 1 or 2 sizes on the dress overall and probably built up this bit, and I probably would have been a bit better. But do you know what? I don't think it takes away at all from the overall shape of the dress. It is just around the waist, I have quite a lot of excess. Can you see there? It's quite a lot. So I could, in theory, pinch out quite a fair amount if I wanted it actually fitted to my waist, which I think would have just given that really nice sort of hourglass sort of shape of the dress. But I don't think it takes it away too much. I still do have that slight curve at the waist, but yeah, it just would have been nice, I think, if I'd been able to have really got that fitted a little bit more. And I can't really, now that I've sewn it all up, I mean, yes, I could unpick it all and take it all in, and I really can't be bothered doing that. I'm actually really happy with how it looks. Also, having that bit of extra around the waist means that it is super comfortable. I can get it over my head, no problem at all. If I was to get it really fitted around the waist, I would definitely have to put a zip in the back, because I don't want to stretch this fabric when I'm putting it on. And at the moment, I can just kind of get it on without stretching any part of it. So I'm not going to unpick it all, put a zip in, just because I want a little bit more of a cinched in waist look. I'm really happy with how it looks. Once I'm eating and drinking as well, it gives me a little bit of room as well to play with. So yeah, it just makes the dress, in all honesty, really comfortable. So I'm not changing anything. So I'm going to stand on my little stool so you can kind of see it maybe a bit better. I'm hoping maybe if I stand on my tippy toes, you can see where the dress sits at the moment. So imagine it's going to be slightly higher, because once I've hemmed it, it will just be hitting my knee. And you can probably see there, it dips down at the back there. So that's what I mean, is if I do a double hem, it might just give it a little bit more structure to you know, really stand out a little bit. I've also got pockets as well. I love my pockets. So yeah, I am really pleased with it. And as I say, I do think I've still got that nice little bit of shape going on. So I think I'm fine with that. If I turn around to the back, here we go. So no zips or anything at the back. So yes, I am very, very pleased with it. So I'm going to do the hemming, and then yeah, I will see you at the ball. Hi everyone, so it is Friday the 30th of September. Me and my friend Katie have decided to travel down a day early to the Dressmakers Ball. So the Dressmakers Ball is tomorrow, Saturday, but we came down on the Friday because there's a train strike going on the Saturday, so it would have meant that we wouldn't have been able to have got here by train. So instead we decided to come up a day early. So yeah, it's quite late now. We got here probably about 10:30, and then we went downstairs to the bar, had a little chat and everything, and then we thought, oh, probably should really go to sleep now. So yeah, I thought you'd like to see my hotel room. There's some lovely artwork here, and yeah, this is my room. It is a popular hotel chain. There, excuse my mess. Yeah, so really nice room. So yes, I'm going to get some sleep, and I will speak to you in the morning. Good morning everyone. So I had a really nice night's sleep, and yeah, it's actually a really nice sunny day here in Leicester. I'll switch my camera around so you can see my view from my hotel room. But yes, I'm just about to meet Katie for some breakfast, and yeah, then we're going to make our way to the hotel we're staying at tonight, and we're going to do just some little bits maybe around Leicester. We haven't quite decided yet, but I've already painted my nails this morning, ready for the Dressmakers Ball later on. So yes, I will take you along with me in whatever we do, and I'll see you later. So feeling very full, had a lovely full English breakfast with croissants as well, and lots of tea. Katie is a fellow tea drinker like myself, so yes, lots of tea. And yeah, had a great catch up. So I'm just getting my bag prepped, ready to check out, because we're going to try and find maybe like a fabric shop or two in Leicester before the Dressmakers Ball later on tonight. There's also a like a pre sort of meet and greet about 3 o'clock actually in the hotel that we're staying at tonight. So we're going to go across, drop our bags off there and everything, so we know exactly where it is. And yeah, I will take you along in whatever we do. So I'll catch up with you a bit later. Hi everyone. So yeah, we have gone out into Leicester. We have visited a couple of fabric shops. We went to one shop and one place in the market. I did buy a couple of fabrics, so I will show you those a little bit later on. But Katie and I have checked in to the hotel, and we went into Katie's room first just to like drop off our bags and stuff first. And her room was gorgeous. And then I've just checked into my room, and mine is lovely as well. It's such a nice hotel room. It is so nice. I'll give you a little tour because yeah, if you're like me, I like to be nosy and see hotel rooms. So I'll switch the camera around so you can see. So I have this like open wardrobe. I love the fact that it's got an ironing board and an iron. So it just means that my dress can be really nice and pressed. I mean, my dress is ponte, so it doesn't really need to be pressed, but I think that's fabulous. You can see my view out here. I've got two big windows, big windows. Oh, it's gorgeous. And I look out onto the street there, but I've got these massive curtains. I mean, look how tall these are. Absolutely huge. And then I've got this bed. Oh, nice big double bed. I love all the colours. It's so nice. And a lovely little seating area. I've also got my bag over there and this lovely like mirror. I love all the pictures as well. And then I've got a little kitchen. I've got like a microwave and a sink and a fridge and everything, and a nice little area there to watch TV. And my bathroom, I love my bathroom. It's massive. Let me just switch the light on. So there we go. Bathroom, lovely shower as well. Such a nice hotel room. So yeah, I am absolutely thrilled with my room. I love it. So I've hung up my dress. I can't wait to wear this later. And yes, I love how my nails match my dress. And I've got a little ready to wear little shawl cardigan. This was actually from my mum. My mum lent it to me just because I didn't really have a cardigan for today. So yeah, I'm just letting that hang out a little bit, but yeah, looking a little bit creased. I might have to give that a little press now that I can use my ironing board. So yeah, that's my dress. And then these shoes here, they are my wedding shoes. So I thought they would go really nicely with my dress. And I've got a little matching silvery clutch purse as well. So yeah, I'm really excited for tonight. I can't wait. As I have a little bit of free time between now and meeting everyone else downstairs for the little pre-meet, I thought I'd go get myself a cup of tea. So I've got a nice raspberry tea, which is actually really nice. I haven't had this one before. It's a PG Tips one. It's really nice actually. So having a nice cup of tea. Also, I just thought I would share with you, my husband Stuart, this is sickeningly cute. So apologies. As I was walking out the door, he gave me this little bag, and it's all little heart Haribo foam sweets, because he knows they're like my favourite. Whenever we have a packet of Haribo, he always throws me over the little foam hearts, and yeah, he put a whole load in a little bag for me as my little snacks to have like on my journey up and everything, and it was just so sweet, so cute. But yeah, as I've got a bit of free time, I thought I would share with you what fabrics I picked up. I was going to save this and maybe do it as a, fabric haul when I got home, but I thought, you know what, I'm here, I might as well do it. This video, the whole Dressmakers Ball thing all together, is going to be such a long video, but do you know what? It's got loads of things in it, so might as well add in a fabric haul. So the first place we went to, it was something like Direct Fabric Warehouse or something. I can't quite remember the name, or it was something like that, or Material Magic, something. I think there's like sort of two places combined into sort of one. Really, really nice shop. I think Katie bought some really nice sort of like viscose sort of jersey to make a kilo wrap dress in. It's beautiful. And I saw this fabric and I just had to get it, and you'll know exactly why when I showed you. Excuse the rustling. So the one I got was this. It is a fleece back sweatshirting, and it's got all these cats on. They are so cute. You've got like ones sort of catching things there. You've got like all the butterflies. You've got like the little, it's non-directional. You've got like a little Bentley cat there. It's so, so nice. I know it's a little bit childish, but I just need to make myself something with it. It's so nice. And the back of it, I can't even tell you how soft this is. It is so incredibly soft. Really, really nice. So there wasn't that much left on the bolt, and when the guy rolled it out, there was exactly 2 meters, but he actually gave me a little bit of money off because, you know, I was finishing off the bolt, because initially I only wanted about 1.5. So it was £15 a meter. But for the 2 meters, he sold it to me for £25. So I didn't think that was bad at all. And yeah, I think I'm going to make like a nice hoodie. Oh, it's so cute. I just had to get it, obviously, with all those little cats on. I think it would just be rude not to. And then the other place where we stopped off was a place called Stewart's Fabrics. And this was in like the market stall area. And there was loads of fabrics there, really reasonably priced as well. And so I did pick up a few bits there. So the first one that I picked up was this pleated fabric. I really, really liked the colours in this. So it's a really nice rich red, and then it's got these sort of turquoisey and orange flowers on there. And when I was holding it up, it's really not see-through. I know quite a lot with these sort of pleated fabrics, they can be quite see-through, but this one isn't at all. And I just picked up a meter of this because I'd seen my friend Catherine, who's Soberton Makery, she made a little pleated skirt where she just attached some elastic at the top. I think she was quite inspired by Guthrie and Garney, who'd done like a little video on it. And I just thought actually that would be a really nice idea. So I'm thinking of getting some nice sort of soft waist elastic and just creating just a very basic skirt. And then I can, you know, just pop it on with like a t-shirt or something. And yeah, I just thought that would be really, really nice. So that was £4 for the meter, which I thought was really good value. And then the other 2 fabrics that I picked up, these were like in like his sort of like sale section, almost like a sort of remnant section. These are sort of like, what do you call it? Like sort of a viscose jersey, but I don't think it's viscose. I think it's like a polyester sort of base. Maybe like, I think it's like, do they call it like ITY or something like that? But it's really, really nice. And it's this one here, which is on a navy background, and it's got all of these beautiful pink and red flowers on. It's so pretty. And I've got, I would say, about a meter, I think, of this one. And yeah, it's just really pretty. So I thought it would make just a really nice t-shirt. I've got like a cowl neck sort of, or drape neck sort of t-shirt, and I thought this one, being very drapey, would be really nice, you know, kind of as like a little cowl top or something. But that was lovely. £2. But £2, that's worth it. And then the other one that I got was also £2, and again a similar fabric. So that sort of like polyester sort of knit. So it has got stretch, and it was this one. Oh, so it's these big, big roses on these beautiful sort of pinky purple roses, and I just loved the sort of aqua background. I just thought it was so pretty, and I've got quite a bit of this one. This one I've got, this is probably about 2 meters. So I thought this one would actually be really nice as a dress, just something really, you know, basic that I could able to cinch in at the waist. But I just thought that was so pretty. And yeah, it's not see-through or anything. You can't really see anything behind it. So again, that was £2. So I was like, that is a bargain. So yeah, that is what I picked up. So those were my 4 fabrics that I picked up today. So I'm back from the little sort of like meet and greet thing that was down in the lobby of the hotel. It was really nice. We met up about 3 o'clock, but probably about an hour or so. I think we were all sort of chatting, and then I think they needed to use the like the sort of restauranty area for like the restaurant. So I think they started moving some people over to like the bar area. And quite a lot of people then sort of went back to their sort of like hotel rooms and stuff. So me and Katie decided to go back to our hotel rooms. I'm going to start getting ready now, and I'm going to pop over to Katie's room about half an hour before we're about to head out to the ball, just to have a little pre-ball drinky. And and then we actually have arranged to meet a few of the other people that were staying in the hotel down in the lobby, so that we can all walk over to the city rooms where it's being held together, which is really nice. So it was just really nice just meeting like people, talking about sewing, and you know, just hearing about all their dresses, like what patterns they've used. It's really nice. So I'm going to get ready, and I'll make sure that I give you a twirl of what I'm wearing. there you go. So I hope you enjoyed seeing all about the Dressmakers Ball, how I made my dress, going up to Leicester, and also the ball itself. And at the end there, you obviously saw my lovely little cats as well, because I did miss them. I always miss my cats when I go away, as well as Stuart, my husband, of course, as well. But I did miss my lovely little cats. So yes, to start off with my dress, making that, I really enjoyed the whole like dressmaking experience. I don't do toiles very often, but it was really nice doing a toile actually this time and making my final dress a little bit more special, you know, investing that little bit more time in it. I really enjoyed actually being able to adjust the pattern. Like beforehand, I would have never have felt that confident to adjust, you know, and build up the side of the dress, you know, knowing to take out like a centre section at the front, you know, all of that. I just, you know, wouldn't have been able to have done that, you know, even maybe this time last year, I wouldn't have really known what to do. And I just kind of had this, you know, instinct of going, right, okay, I'll take this out, I'll try this, I'll do this, see how that goes. And I really actually enjoyed that. My final dress, I'm so happy with. It was so comfortable. I did mention in the video that I thought possibly I'd maybe should have made it a bit smaller around the waist because I could pinch out quite a bit. In hindsight, absolutely, I'm so glad that I didn't adjust it again and make it smaller, because it was a perfect fit. It meant I didn't need to wear sort of like shapewear to sort of, you know, suck me in or anything like that. I could sit down, stand up, dance, eat, drink, and I was, you know, in total comfort the whole time. And I just thought I looked really, really nice in it. I know that that's kind of like, sometimes it's difficult, I think, sometimes for people to say, you know, I felt really pretty in the dress. And, you know, I actually did feel really pretty in the dress, and I just enjoyed wearing it. I enjoyed swooshing around in it. And yeah, I'm really proud of that dress. So I do hope that I can hopefully wear it again at some point. I also did team the dress up with my shoes that I wore on my wedding day. So that was really nice to be able to wear those shoes again for the first time since my wedding, which made it extra special. And it was just nice having all the sparkles and everything. It was so nice. And yes, then obviously going up to Leicester, I mean, Katie was just, you know, the best company. We had an amazing sort of like girly weekend. She was an absolute blast. And yes, so thank you so much, Katie, if you're watching. It was so nice spending the weekend with you and just, you know, having that time, you know, fabric shopping and, you know, talking about just loads of things and, you know, where to go to lunch and how much we love our food and, and everything. And yeah, so it was really nice going up to Leicester and obviously going like fabric shopping and everything and getting those fabrics, which I know I probably shouldn't have bought fabric, but hey, I had to get souvenirs. And then actually at the Dressmakers Ball, you know, it was absolutely fantastic. I mean, hats off to Crafty So-and-so, not only for, you know, running the Dressmakers Ball, but also the additions to it as well. I mentioned in the video that there was a pre-ball sort of meet-up a few hours before the ball. It was just a fantastic opportunity to talk to people. I mean, on our table, I mean, the lady that won the experienced dressmaker, Jo, she was on our table and we were chatting away to her, and it was lovely seeing her actually win the experienced dressmaker and everything. It was just, you know, I was, because we'd met her before, we got to know her a little bit. Also Yana, who won the like newcomer sort of like, or new sewist award and everything. You know, we obviously spoke to her just very, very briefly. Also, when we were, you know, coming out of our hotel rooms, we actually saw the ladies from Love Sewing magazine as well. They were getting some like photos and things, and we had a chat with them for a while. It was so nice just getting to know people and chat to people. And for anyone who was going on their own as well, it just gave an absolute perfect opportunity for, you know, everyone to sort of mingle. And, you know, when you're at the ball, you then recognise those people that you've spoken to previously. So I thought that was absolutely brilliant of them to do that. Also, the following day, they also arranged a brunch as well. So after the ball, you know, the next day you went and had brunch if you wanted to, you know, if you were staying overnight. And again, that was perfect. You know, had loads of people round. You could chat to everyone about the ball and their dresses and, you know, just talk loads about sewing. It was absolutely brilliant. I really enjoyed the pre-meet and obviously the brunch after the ball as well. I thought that was brilliant. The actual ball itself, absolutely amazing. I mean, when Katie and I walked in, we were just seeing everyone's dresses, and you know, it was like we just wanted to like touch everyone's dresses, and you know, the fabric. Everyone, in all honesty, was just touching everyone's fabric. You know, admiring everyone's sort of like, you know, zips and hems and buttons that they'd selected, and any like sort of appliques, and you know, it was absolutely brilliant. When we went in, we went to the like sort of like reception sort of area where you could get like a glass of prosecco. Again, like Katie and I was like talking, and I turned around and I saw Sian from Kittenish Behaviour, her mum, and she was wearing a beautiful sort of like long line sort of sparkle like jacket. And I just kind of said to her, I said, "Oh, I didn't recognise you there. Oh, hello." She was probably thinking, who is this person? I was like, I know you, but you probably don't know me. And then I saw Sian, and it was so nice because Sian just, you know, just gave me the biggest smile, gave me a nice hug and everything. I was like, oh my goodness, Sian knows who I am, because I've been following Sian, you know, from Kittenish Behaviour for ages, and it was lovely seeing her. And like no sooner had I seen her, I turned around and I saw Anna, who's You Got Me in Stitches. She's my friend that I've met up with before, and she looked amazing. Gave her a big hug. And then I saw that she was with Adele from Sew for Serenity, and I've been messaging her as well because I knew she was going up to the ball with Anna, and I was saying, you know, how much I was looking forward to meeting her as well. She was absolutely brilliant. Again, no sooner had I, you know, given her a hug than I saw Karen from So Little Time. I just literally took one look at her and she just opened up her arms and just gave me the biggest hug. And, you know, I've been speaking to Karen for ages on WhatsApp because we're part of like the Felicity Fabrics blogger team, and I'd been dying to meet her, and she was just amazing. She's such a laugh. She's just a brilliant lady. And yeah, as soon as I'd kind of said hello to her, I saw that she was with Angela from Devon Thread Tales as well. And again, I'd been waiting to meet Angela for the longest time. You know, brilliant lady. And it was absolutely hilarious because when I saw Angela, like the first thing I said to her was like, "Are you wearing the V like 9252? She was like, "Yes, I am." I was like, "I'm wearing it as well." We'd actually both made the same pattern. I mean, it looked totally different because we'd used different fabrics, but again, it was just brilliant, and we had such a laugh about it. And obviously we have amazing taste in patterns. And yeah, it was lovely meeting her. And then I chatted to her and Karen a little bit more the next day at the brunch as well. And yet there was just so many Instagrammers that I recognised, other sort of YouTubers. I mean, there was a lady that I didn't even know had a YouTube channel and everything. And yeah, it was just, well, as you can probably tell, it was just so exciting. It was just so brilliant. And then after the reception, we went up into the hall or the ballroom, and yeah, we had like our tables we were sat on. It was just random, you know, you could sit wherever you like, and they had a buffet as well, which was lovely. And they did the awards for like, you know, I think, yes, the like the best accessory, the best new sewer, the best experienced sewer, and the best men's sewer. Yeah, it was, and Star Maker as well. Yes, Regina, who won Star Maker. I mean, her outfit was absolutely stunning. You know, she'd hand sewn all these like sort of like bits onto her dress, and it was all like sort of like in denim, and it was absolutely amazing. She was lovely as well because I met her at the pre-meet as well. So that was fantastic. So yeah, they did the awards. They had a jazz band playing, and everyone was dancing. And then after the jazz band finished, we had Nicole from the Sewing Bee. She was doing the DJing as well, which was fantastic. I had a quick chat with her when we were queuing up for our food. And yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. It was such a good like evening. I really enjoyed it. Everyone's dresses were amazing. I mean, you had people making, you know, absolute, you know, outstanding ball gowns, to people wearing sort of more like cocktail dresses or like summer type dresses, you know, jumpsuits, trousers and tops and blouses. There was just such a variety of different dresses or kind of outfits. It was really, really nice to see. So I do think, you know, if you're maybe thinking about maybe if they're running it next year, about going, I really had an absolute amazing time. And I honestly think anyone who went, you know, had a brilliant evening. So I really do recommend it. Also, I must say hats off to my friend Katie, because she was first up on the catwalk. And because our table was kind of like the first table they selected to start doing the catwalk, and we were all kind of going, oh no, someone go first, I don't want to go first, and everything. And Katie was like, I'll go. And I'm very sorry, Katie, I neglected my friend's duties and I completely forgot to film you doing the catwalk. I felt awful afterwards when I was like, I'm so sorry, I forgot to film your catwalk. And but, you know, hats off again to Katie, because she filmed my catwalk. So thank you, Katie. I really do appreciate you doing that for me. And yeah, because, you know, it takes a lot of guts to be the first one to do the catwalk. So, you know, yes, well done, Katie. You did an absolute fabulous job. So yeah, that was everything about the Dressmakers Ball. I really hope that you did enjoy watching. If you did, then please do give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, it would be lovely if you could. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll speak to you very, very soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.